Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night Love Hunkily episode 256.1. Happy Saturday morning. Yeah, let's do some stretching. Good morning. I like rhyming. Yeah, so let's do stretching, okay? Uh, yeah, so I kind of made some decision, okay? So I decided, I'll tell you this story while I'm stretching at the same time, okay? So I kind of decided that I will start working, not too much, but still during weekends. Okay, both Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, I will work a little bit, maybe not too much. But why? Because I realized that during the weekend, the problem was I eat too less, so I get constipation because I eat so little. Like I used to wake up Saturday morning, Sunday morning without eating breakfast. I start doing the show, like Friday night Hunkily show in the morning, drinking. Okay. Then yeah, so because I'm not, did not eat breakfast because I eat less during the weekends. So during the weekends, yeah, constipation happens. Okay, so that's not healthy. Okay, but today what I did was I woke up, get off my bed around what 8 a.m., 9 a.m. around there. Right now it's like 11 a.m. Okay, so around 8 a.m., I guess. Yeah. Then I cooked vegetable soup with some beans, canned beans, very affordable, and put some hot dog sausage in there. Very good, healthy diet there, okay? Healthy food. Canned beans, frozen broccolis, and refrigerated sausage with water. I microwaved it. I ate it, brushed my teeth. So good breakfast with dietary fiber. And then I worked for like about 2 hours, I guess. Okay. Now, so I had bowel movement this morning. Okay. So that's fantastic. And it's very nice, regular, healthy bowel movement in the Saturday morning. Okay. Because I ate good fibrous food. Okay. So yeah, I think working during the weekends, like Saturday, Sunday, maybe not too much, but I think it's very healthy practice for me. Okay. Because I get to eat food and then I work and then I come here and start drinking. Okay. So because I work and I eat good bowel movement and also I get to drink less during the weekends. So good for me, for my health, also gut health, regularity. So yeah, so I decided to do that. Okay. Yeah, nice, nice. Good decision there. Healthy decision. Yeah. I wanted to share that with you. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Ah. Also, even I work at home during the weekends. I do not drink when I work. Okay, so again, less drinking over the weekends. Healthy for me. Good. Okay. So I wrote about like 2 hours, I guess, this morning. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, taking some breaks too. I like it. It's nice and relaxed working at home during over the weekend. That's fine. How about Sabbath? Well, I have different interpretation of Sabbath. To me, Sabbath, like taking day off, is like it's when I like during the weekdays after work I come home, brush my teeth, and I just go to bed without doing human knowledge. Okay, to me that's Sabbath. Okay, that yeah, maybe once a week. Okay, yeah, during the weekdays, just going to bed without doing a human knowledge show and get full night sleep like 8 to 9 hours. Okay, during the weekdays. Okay, yeah, to me that's Sabbath. Okay, to me that's good enough. Okay, 5 minutes break and we go to Instagram live. Okay, yeah, thank you. Nice. Mhm. Okay, so my weekend routine from today and on, it will be like this. It will be like, yeah, Saturday, Sunday morning, I wake up, have breakfast, and then work for about 2 hours. And then do the Friday night of Hunkily show for about 2 hours, drinking, having fun. After that, yeah, eat some food, brush my teeth, take a nap. Right? After that, wake up, eat food, brush my teeth, and in the evening, yeah, do work 2 more hours. So 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. Yeah, 4 hours, 4 hours on Sunday and 4 hours on Saturday. Saturday 4 hours, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. Saturday and Sunday, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening on Sunday. So yeah, about 8 hours per weekend. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, yeah. And then in the evening, yeah, after eating, waking up in the evening after nap, Saturday, Sunday, okay. Then eat dinner, then work for 2 hours in the evening. And then after that, yeah, Friday night, okay, sure. For 2 hours, okay? Then eat food, go to bed. Sure. I mean, that sounds like a good plan, okay? Yeah, nice. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, a good plan there. Improvement for my health and regularity. Very important. Smoker's cough. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night Love Hunkley episode 256.1. Happy Saturday morning. Yeah, nice. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah. And, uh, what do you talk about? Okay, it's Saturday morning, but still morning. Well, it's Saturday morning, but it's still Saturday, so I'm allowed to drink alcohol. Okay, because I'm at home. I'm not driving anyway. Yeah. And what do you talk about? So yesterday we talked about like daily routine stuff. Okay, so sure. But before I got a new job about 3 months ago, I was unemployed for 8 months. Okay. Okay. Yeah. What was my daily routine back then when I was unemployed? Uh, okay. 8 months unemployment. I studied for interview. Okay, so I could have gotten a job. I could have gotten a job, but I decided not to. Yeah, welcome. Good morning. Huh? Good morning. Welcome. Mari Profit Traders. Yeah, martial arts, education, and product development. Thank you. 8 months unemployment. I lived off of my savings. Okay, if it's just enough. Okay, not too much, but enough because I know how to be frugal. Yeah, going to Walmart, canned beans, ramen noodles, hot dog sausages, minimal food expense. and minimal transportation, just going to Walmart, gas station, liquor store, pretty much it, okay? And also, yeah, PFD, not PF, yeah, I got PFD, but it's small, $1,000 per month, okay? Per year, not per month, no, per year, okay? Per month one dividend for Alaskan residents. Okay? Yeah, welcome. Good morning. Mhm. And but yeah, the what's that unemployment insurance that did help. It's yeah, but it's the money each employee makes and deposits. Okay, so it's kind of savings account. Unemployment insurance is okay. It's our own money, so it ran out after something like 3 months. Okay, but it helped. After that, living off of my savings. Okay, but I went to a job center in Matsu Valley in Wasilla. Okay, they're great counselors. They're so good at it, counseling. Okay, they give me peace of mind. Okay, so thank you. Great counselor, job counselors. Okay, they're not only great professionals when it comes to finding us jobs, but they're also great counselors. Very soothing, healing. Like when I express my opinion, they're like, "Yeah, I agree with you." But yeah, then they express their own opinions, okay, about job plan, okay? Yeah, they're very good at it, okay? So they're professional job counselors, okay? Very healing, soothing, understanding. As I just gave me peace of mind, okay? It's almost like to me, it was like confessing before Catholic priest. I've done it before when I was in Madison, Wisconsin University. Yeah, I did attend a Catholic church for a while. I've even been to their Bible study club. They're like students in Madison, Wisconsin University. Okay, yeah, undergrad students. I even went summer camp with them. Catholic church. Okay, it was inside a campus. Okay, it was nice. Yeah, nice. Just one night. Okay, probably Saturday to Sunday. That one night in the rural region outside of Madison, Wisconsin. It was nice. I remember. We are talking about early 2000s when I was undergrad there. Okay, it was nice. Hmm? So 8 months unemployment. Okay, before I got a new job about 3 months ago. Okay, 8 months unemployment. My daily routine. I did exercise every day. Yeah, running, push-ups, sit-ups, dancing, martial arts. Of course, I did. Exercise and diet. Okay. Oh yeah. Healthy hobbies. Yeah, singing, dancing, martial arting, riding. Yeah, I did that. But mostly I stayed at home. So it felt like a house arrest. Okay? Because I need to save money, right? I was living off of my savings. So I had to minimize expenditure. If I go out, yeah, well, gasoline for my car, right? Yeah, and so running in the neighborhood, residential area, okay? Safely, okay? Typically, late at night. And it was winter, cold, right? No problem. How cold? Sometimes negative 10 Fahrenheit. It was not that cold this past winter. No. Negative 10 Fahrenheit sometimes. Yeah, I can still run. Yeah. If it's really windy, yeah, running for 5 minutes. This Arctic wind in Alaska, we are talking about the speed of the wind, like 65 mile per hour. Highway car speed. It's that strong wind, Arctic wind in Alaska, in Matsu Valley, or sometimes in Anchorage too, but not as much as Matsu Valley. I live in Matsu Valley. Okay, so halfway between like Wasilla and Big Lake. Okay, yeah. Yeah, when wind blows, Arctic wind, it runs for 5 minutes. Yeah. Otherwise, it's 10 degree, Fahrenheit. Yeah, 10, 5 to 10 minutes running. Okay. Also, it's just in the neighborhood. Typically, all in the morning or late at night. Yeah. And also, I studied for interviews. Because yeah, I'm a lawyer in Alaska, so different interviewers, potential employers, they're different law firms, different governmental agencies, like county level, city level, state level, federal level, all different governmental agencies, some non-profit organizations, some private law firms. Yeah, they practice all different kinds of law. So if I get an interview notice, typically like a week prior, I study the area of law that they practice. So for 8 months, it was kind of like going back to school. I studied a lot, all diversity of legal areas, all of it. So I'm glad it happened. Now I'm more knowledgeable about law. 8 months unemployment, I study all diversity of legal areas to prepare for interviews. And I interviewed a lot. Okay. So looking back, it was good. It's kind of going back to school for free. How did I study law? 8 months in unemployment, my cell phone, internet. When I was lying down on my bed. Okay. I was not sitting down. No. I was not reading a book. I was not sitting in front of a laptop. No. I was lying down on my bed on my cell phone internet. Sometimes I download PDF. No problem. Okay. And reading like case law, statutory law, or some law review articles in the internet in my cell phone while I'm lying down on my bed. That's how I studied law. Past 8 months. Well, 8 months unemployment period, okay? We are living in a good day and age, okay? And then they're all free. As long as I pay my cell phone bills, okay? Same as reading a book, it's just easier, right? Yeah. 5 minutes break, okay? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Hair do we do? Later. 5 minutes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, story time, huh? Unemployment story. Sure. I'm glad that I had the experience. It makes a good story, right? Yeah. Now, how do we do time? Yeah. Better. Uh, it's very interesting story. It really was. Okay, yeah. All these interviews. That's I love interviews. It's exciting. Meeting people like that I never met before. Attorneys, okay, in Alaska. Surprisingly, there are a lot of attorneys in Alaska, okay. And before 8 months unemployment, I worked as an attorney in Matsu Valley in Wasilla for 7 years. So I know a lot of attorneys, okay. But during the interviews, 8 months unemployment, okay, those interviewers are lawyers that I never met before. Which is quite surprising because Alaska, there are not that many people here. There's 700,000 people in Alaska, okay? And so there are not that many people in Alaska in the first place. And we are talking about just Matsu Valley and Anchorage, okay? And sometimes Zoom, like software in the internet interview, okay, with my laptop, okay? Teleconference, whatever they call it, video conference, I guess. Sometimes interviews do it like that, or sometimes just telephonic interview, okay? Other times, in-person interviews, okay? Yeah. Some of them recognized me, okay? Yeah. Some of them said, hey, Lee, Huhnkie Lee, yeah, actually we met before. I was, oh, thank you, so, man. Thank you. Some other interviewers, I guess they looked up my name in the internet. Okay. Oops. But I got nothing to hide. I'm a nice guy. Yeah, I'm active in social media like this. Nowadays, mostly YouTube, Instagram, okay? Yeah, mostly. Sometimes Facebook too, okay? Yeah, like as a video jockey, I copy and paste this YouTube music video, movie clip link to Facebook, okay? So, yeah, sometimes. Not very often though, these days. And some employers do not like job applicants who are active in social media. Uh, some other employers do not care about that. I met both kinds. Okay, I have. Some employers do not like job applicants who are active in social media. Some other employers do not care. I've seen both. Okay? But for me, I mean, yeah, I drink alcohol at home. Okay, but I don't drink and drive. I drink after that. I eat food during the weekends. Okay, I brush my teeth and I go to bed. I take a nap. But the thing is this, people in general, some people disapprove alcohol, period. It could be their religious reasons, because some religions do not approve alcohol consumption at all. Okay. Uh-huh. Some other religions are more flexible about it. It depends on the religions, okay? But beside religions, on a personal level, some people are just against alcohol, period. Teetotalism, okay? Back in the days in America history, like we are talking about 1920s, 1930s, maybe after World War One, okay, which lasted 4 years between 1914 to 1918, okay, there was what's called the Prohibition era. U.S. Congress made constitutional amendment forbidding alcohol consumption. Was it like statutory level, federal? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've been to law school. Okay, so but later on, yeah, constitutional amendment. What was it statutory level? At some point, U.S. Constitution was involved. Okay, like okay, yeah, we'll allow alcohol consumption. Okay, but it was prohibition era back in like 2020s. I mean, 1920s or 1930s, something like that. For a while, alcohol was illegal in America. Teetotalism, okay? And but later on, yeah, they relaxed the law. Yeah, alcohol no longer illegal. It's legal now. But when alcohol was illegal for 5 to 10 years in America, 1920s, 1930s, something like that, okay? Back then, yeah, alcohol sale, purchase, consumption, when it was illegal, there's this underground market, okay? And it's called moonshining, okay? Or like people make alcoholic beverage at home illegally, or the underground market shops that sell alcohol illegally. They're called, I'm trying to remember. Speakeasy. Speakeasy. Okay? I think that's what's called. Speakeasy. Well, let me double check in the internet, okay? So I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, okay? Speak easy, one word. It is speakeasy, okay? Why is it called speakeasy? Oh, speak quietly, okay? Yeah, some Gemini, Google AI. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Speak quietly. Shh. When I call it illegal, okay, yeah, that's why it's called down. Okay, okay. But that's like 1920, 1930s when alcohol is illegal in America. Federally, okay? Time is back for collapsed, okay? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but story time, okay? Sure. Okay. Yeah, beautiful sunshine day. Nice. It's kind of overcast, actually. Yeah. Okay. So, by the way, some martial arts, yeah, crane style, okay? Also, Tai Chi, they do that too, okay? Yeah, the wrist. Yeah, you can do wrist push-ups, okay? Yeah, to strengthen your wrist, okay? Actually, wrist is the outer part of wrist is quite strong part of the body, okay? Anyway, yeah, back to the story. Okay. Yeah, some people object to alcohol consumption in a personal level, non-religious reasons. Okay, why? Uh, I understand because alcohol can cause some problems to some people. Alcohol addiction, alcoholism, and drinking and driving, car accidents. Sometimes alcoholism leads to domestic violence, trauma, abuse. I understand. Yeah, there's some people who have that kind of problems. Okay, I understand. Okay, yeah, yeah, I do. Okay. But in some countries, well, I'm blessed with cultural diversity. I grew up in South Korea, and I've been living in America, and I study other countries' cultures. Okay, yeah, I appreciate cultural diversity. Okay, other not just Far East Asia like China, Korea, Japan, Taiwan, not just Far East Asia, but maybe in Russia or France in Europe. Yeah, like table wine in France. Okay, yeah, some drinking education, right? Yeah, it quite equivalent to gun safety education in America, right? Yeah, in America, like responsible gun owning parents, they take their children who are minors to gun range or hunting to teach them about safe gun ownership, which is cool. I was in the U.S. Army, so that's the first time I learned how to use a gun. Okay, when I was in the U.S. Army, I was there for 4 years active duty service between 2009 and 2013. Okay, yeah. The first gun I ever been educated with was assault rifle, AR-15, M16, Fort Benning, Georgia, Columbus, Georgia. Okay, basic combat training from our drill sergeants. Okay, yeah, it was fun. Gun range. Okay, yeah. And they are not blanks. They are live rounds, the gun range, to certify as U.S. Army junior enlisted soldier. Okay. And after that, I went to AIT again, yeah, in the shooting range to recertify. Because I was U.S. Army active duty soldier. Okay. My job was electrician for helicopters, 94 Romeo. Okay. So, yeah, soldering. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That was my job. Okay. But every single U.S. Army soldiers, yeah, we have to recertify with assault rifle, AR-15, M16. Okay, yeah. It was fun. Yeah. How often did we go to gun range to recertify? I think it was like twice a year. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah. And then I was stationed in Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, yeah. And then we deployed to Afghanistan, but it was very peaceful. It was 2011. Okay, we were lucky. Okay, so nobody attacked us, and most of us stayed inside the base, including myself, for a whole year. Okay, yeah, and then came back to Fort Hood, Texas, and then that's my final year in in the U.S. Army, 2012. Okay, and I got off-campus housing because we are allowed to. We are now combat veteran, although most of us never saw combat during the deployment. Okay, so it was peaceful. Okay, we were lucky. But technically, on paper, we are combat veteran. Okay, so yeah, so we have this option. I'm gonna live in the barracks in campus, Fort Hood, Texas, or off campus. I chose off campus. So I got one bedroom apartment in Harker Heights, which is like 10 minutes from Fort Hood, Texas. Okay? Yeah, I commuted with my car. Chevy S10 truck, very small truck. Okay? Nice truck. Okay, kind of dark red in color. Okay, and not too dark. It's kind of medium red. Okay, that's nice. Pickup truck. Okay, yeah, Chevy S10. Yeah, nice. So there, yeah. Okay. And then I bought some handguns. 2012, after we got back from diploma. Okay, yeah. Living in one bedroom apartment in High Heights, 10 minutes from Fort Hood, Texas, Clinton, Texas. Okay. I so I owned I bought 380, this small handgun, semi-automatic, kind of very small, so it's like James Bond style. Okay, 007 movie. Okay. And also 45 caliber pistol. Okay. And the 380 special, compatible with 357 Magnum revolver, six shooter. Okay. Yeah. And shotgun, 12, not 12 gauge, 20 gauge, more lightweight. Okay. Yeah, shotgun rifle. And then 20 small bullet, very 10, so 20 caliber, very small bullet rifle. Okay. Yeah. So I had five guns with me in my apartment. Okay. Three handguns and one shotgun and one rifle. Okay. Yeah. But rifle, that's like very small bullet. I'm sorry. I think it was 22, something like that. Whatever. I guess it was 22. Okay. Caliber. Very small bullet. Okay. Yeah. So my army friends and I, we go to shooting range. Sometimes even hunting, although we do not see any animal. We do not get any animal when we are when out there hunting. Sometimes I go out there alone hunting. I didn't get any animal. Okay. But it was nice hiking though. Okay. Yeah. In Texas. Yeah. And shooting range, yeah. Or the skip, yeah, the flying dish, the shotgun. Yeah, that was fun in shooting range. Okay. Yeah, it was nice. And then 2015, okay, when before I got out of the army after 4 years contract active duty service, yeah, I sold my guns. Okay, yeah, I actually I went to police station to donate it. Okay, but they said, yeah, no, yeah, if you donate these guns, we'll just dispose it, disassemble it, and get rid of it. Okay, but you can sell it in gun shops. Police officers in Texas, they told me that. Okay, yeah, yeah, just make some money. Okay, yes, sell it to the gun shops. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. In police station, okay? Yeah, so I went to gun shop and sold it. All five of them, okay? After that, yeah, after I got out of US Army, yeah, I went to Ann Arbor, Michigan Law School with GI Bill, okay? That's 2015, 11 years ago, okay? Yeah. Now, 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Yeah, welcome. Good morning. My profit future leaders, yeah, martial arts, education, career development, okay? Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Good morning. 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Now, time check. It's been less than 1 hour. 5 minutes. Yep. Okay. Story time. Yeah. No, we are making analogy between guns and alcohols, okay? Yeah, we're making interesting analogy here. Welcome to Human School, Human Show, okay? So, uh, yeah, it's a long story, okay? Uh, gunpowder, let's go back in history, okay? Gunpowder was discovered by Chinese Taoists looking for medicine that would enable humans to live forever young. In Korean pronunciation of Chinese words, 불로 장생약. 불 means not. 로 means old. So forever young. Yeah, do not get old. 불로, do not get old. Okay, so 장생. 장 means long. 생 means life. Yeah, so long life. So do not get old, live long. 불로 장생. Okay? 약 means medicine. So it's medicine for eternal youth, forever young, eternal life. What year? Let me look up. It's 300 AD, 700 AD in China, okay? Taoists, Taoism, okay? They were looking for that medicine to enable people to live forever young, okay? Okay, let me look up in the internet. What year was gunpowder discovered? Discovery. 800 AD. Yes, it was about that. Because I looked it up before. 800 AD, 800 AD, okay, in China. It's ironic, I know. Yeah, okay, yeah. So gunpowder was discovered in around 800 AD by Chinese Taoists who are looking for a medicine that would enable humans to live forever. Like in Greek tradition, ambrosia, elixir, okay, yeah. Because people all around the world, they want to live forever young, okay? Hmm? Okay, so gunpowder discovered about 800 AD in China by Taoists, alchemists, and also philosophers, okay? To live forever young, okay? But after it's discovered, it was used for peaceful purposes in China, like firecracker, for festivals, okay? And we're talking about 800s AD, okay? Silk Road that connects between Middle East and Far East Asia. Silk, okay, that was established 100 BC, okay? Yeah. Hmm? Yeah, welcome. Good morning. Okay, we're talking about history. Okay, yeah. So the trade between the West, we're talking about Southern Europe, North Africa, Middle East, and Far East Asia, mostly China, okay? Silk Road connecting the West and the East. It was established at 100 BC, around there, okay? Yeah. So 800 AD, 900 years later, they knew all about China, okay? Yeah, so their international trade with the sea route, land route, yeah, but no air travel. 800 AD, there was no airplane, okay? So it's slow route, ocean, land. There were no cars, trains. 800 AD, no, it's like camels, maybe horses, okay? Or just walking, okay? Or sailing slow ships. No engine back then, 800 AD, no engine. It's sailor ship with wind, okay? Slow travel, okay? But they knew about China from the West, okay? And they learn about gunpowder, the Westerners, okay? Westerners meaning like North Africa, Middle East, and Southern Europe, 18, 800 AD, okay? So they learned about gunpowder later on. And they realized it can be used, it can be weaponized in wars. Okay, yeah. So that's history of gun in short. Okay, but centuries later, well, 1,000 years later. Okay, yeah. Whatever. Centuries later, in Alaska, we have bears. Okay. Yeah, I'm martial art practitioners. I'm martial art practitioner. I'm a martial artist. I sometimes fantasize about fighting a bear with bare hands. Okay, so when I practice martial arts, sometimes I imagine me being surrounded, just imagination in my room right here. I imagine me being surrounded by bears and doing martial arts against them. Okay, sometimes I do that, and it helps practice martial arts. Okay, yeah. But do I really want to fight a bear? No, they're cute. I don't want to fight bears. And also, they are tall, they're big, they're very strong, and very sharp claw. I do not want to fight a bear. Okay, so how about Bruce Lee? Can Bruce Lee defeat a bear without any weapons? Or maybe with a nunchuck. Okay, can Bruce Lee with or without nunchucks defeat a bear? I did ask this question to my fellow Alaskan bear hunter friends. They said, eh, they are bear hunters in Alaska, my friends in Alaska, okay? They said, Bruce Lee versus grizzly bear in Alaska. Eh, that was their reaction, okay? How about Alaskan grizzly versus Jackie Chan? Jelly or Sammo Hung, Yuan Pao, or in Thailand, Muay Thai, kickboxing, Tony Jaa versus Alaskan grizzly bear. I don't know who's gonna win. Cage fighting, MMA style, UFC style, Alaskan grizzly versus martial artist, like professional martial artist. It's like bears, big claws, sharp big claws, and their teeth, and they're big. They're like taller than humans. Okay, like 6 feet, sometimes 7 feet, okay? And they're very muscular, they're big, fur, and especially when they're hungry or angry, as opposed to just being curious about people. Uh, that's very dangerous. We're talking about bear claws, teeth. It's like bear claw is very sharp and long. It's like double daggers, okay? So, and maybe to be fair, for a martial artist to fight a bear, cage fighting like MMA, UFC style, maybe it's fair that maybe they should at least have nunchucks, okay? Metallic, not foam based, not plastic based, but metallic nunchucks. Maybe at least they need that. To be fair, bear claws is like double daggers, okay? Yeah, I'm just imagining. I'm a writer too. Okay, 5 minutes break. Correct. Okay, so story time. Totally random stuff. Yeah. Comparison between alcohol and gone. We get back to later. Okay. Yeah. Free flowing. Yeah, the stream of thoughts, whatever. Like Dostoevsky in Soviet Union, right? Yeah. Time check. It's been 1 hour. Let's ventilate the room. Okay. With fresh Alaskan oxygen. Sure. Uh, this is very nice bear, right? Yeah. Yeah, very peaceful, happy, smiling. Okay. Nice. So I watched some YouTube videos, okay, about bear release program. I do not know what country it was, but in Alaska, sometimes what happens is that grizzly bear or black bear come to city making troubles. Okay, so Alaska Wildlife Management Department in Alaska State Department Agency, they tranquilize the bear with this gun and chemical tranquilizer, and then they put the bear in a side of some cage, and then they transport this big bear away from the city and release that in the area where there are not people. Because we care about bears, okay? And not just in Alaska, America, other countries too. Okay? In Europe, Russia, wherever. Okay? So in this YouTube video that I watched maybe yesterday or something like that, okay? I think it was last night, I think. Okay. After the show, okay. What was it before the show? I don't remember. Okay. I think it was last night, okay. So in the YouTube video, it was remote controlled bear release cage. Okay. So people were not there. There were cameras, but people were not there. This is in the cage, in the forest, yeah, remote control, door opens and bear gets out. Grizzly. Okay. Yeah. Multiple footages of different bears. Bear release program. I do not know what country. Okay. And there's this one big grizzly bear who got out of the cage, remote controlled. Okay. Yeah. Automatic. Okay. So people were not there. But this bear was looking for people because this bear was angry and wanted some revenge. Revenge. All these people putting me in this cage. Where are they? This bear was looking for people to revenge. Angry bear. Yeah. That was so funny. It was filmed and camera filmed and published on YouTube. Okay. I did watch that last night. Okay. Yeah. This bear, grizzly, most other grizzlies just ran away. Okay. But this one particular grizzly bear, a big bear, okay, with dark brown for angry, okay. So my guess it was a male bear, very aggressive, okay. This bear did not just go away, run away from the cage when it's after it's opened, okay, remote control, okay. This bear was looking for people who caused this pain and suffering of being caged, imprisoned, okay. This bear was looking for people to revenge. Like going around the cage, looking under the cage. Okay, where are the people who imprisoned me in this small cage? Like looking under the cage, like looking for people. Okay, to revenge. Okay, yeah. Bears are very smart. Okay, and they have a very good memory. So that angry bear. Okay, wow. So I've been living in Alaska for past 11 years, okay, after Ann Arbor, Michigan Law School graduation back in 2015, okay. So I read a lot of articles about interaction between bears and people in Alaska, okay. And sometimes father and son, it was up in Fairbanks. I read an article. I've been to Fairbanks. It's nice, okay? There's like 7 hours in my driving speed, 7 hours north of Matsu Valley, okay? Some other people who drive faster than I do, 5 hours. But to me, 7 hours drive. Without drive slow, okay? North of Matsu Valley. Fairbanks, okay? Where banks are fair, okay? Yeah, it's nice city, okay? I've been there many times. So I read an article about 5 years ago, something like that, okay? Father and son went hiking in Fairbanks in the mountain, not too far away from the city. Yeah, went hiking over weekend. And then grizzly bear charged at them, and the father had this gun, 44 caliber handgun, semi-automatic, okay? So father shot that bear, charging at them. He and his son, hiking trail in Fairbanks. And that grizzly bear fell and rolled a couple of times and ran away. It was in the news in Alaska, okay? In Alaska, we have a lot of news like that, okay? Yeah. Another news story? Okay, about 5 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, okay, in Alaska. Down in Seward, I've been to Seward. It's very nice. It's about, at my driving speed, 5 hours south of Matsu Valley, ocean. Okay, I've been there many times. Very nice. They have some sandy beach. Okay, Seward, Alaska. Okay. The article that I read about 8 years ago, yeah, Seward, Alaska, about 5 hours south of Matsu Valley. Okay. I read an article that this Alaskan gentleman, alone, adult, okay, adult Alaskan gentleman, went hiking alone in Seward, okay, hiking trail. He saw black bear charging at him, so he shot that black bear. Okay, his gun, 9 millimeter handgun, semi-automatic. Okay, and that black bear died. 9 millimeter handgun, the bullet size, it's not that big, not too small, kind of medium size, but smaller side. 9 millimeter bullet handgun is standard like police officers handgun. Okay, yeah. Because the size is not that big, it's smaller size. So that's why the magazine for 9 millimeter handgun it can contain a lot of bullets because 9 millimeter bullet is not too small but smaller than other bullets. Okay, 9 millimeter. So 9 millimeter handgun magazine it can contain like 15 bullets in there without extension. Okay, yeah. I know what guns. Okay, so that gentleman in Seward, Alaska, yeah, this black bear is charging at him. Okay, black bears are typically smaller than brown bear, grizzly bear. Okay, yeah, yeah, charging at him, so he emptied his magazine basically. Okay, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, welcome. Good morning. Yeah, we talk about Alaskan stories. Okay, yeah. Good morning. Mighty Proud Future Leaders, Martial Arts, Education, Quality Model. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so he kind of like empties his magazine. Okay, 9 millimeter, maybe 15 bullets. Okay, semi-automatic handgun. Okay, and the player died. Okay, 9 millimeter bullet is not that big. It's like 9 millimeter, like 1 centimeter, right? Less than that. So I guess the diameter of that bullet. Okay, so it's less than half an inch. 1 inch? They're like 2.5 centimeters, I guess. Huh? But 9 millimeter handgun, because bullets are quite small, it contains a lot of bullets in the magazine, okay, without extension. Okay, so yeah, so in Alaska at least, guns against bears, it could be grizzly, brown bear, or black bear, or northern Alaska, even bigger bear like polar bear, white bear. Okay, yeah, yeah. So sometimes, yeah, guns save people's lives. At least in Alaska, I read about it. Okay, I'm not gun rights advocate. I'm not. Okay, I'm just telling you the stories I've read in Alaska. That's all. Personally, I don't like guns these days. I used to like guns, but these days I don't like guns. Okay, I practice martial arts instead. Okay, and I do not go to mountains. Okay, I do not want to see bears out there. Okay, I rather watch bears in the YouTube videos. Okay, so I'm 47 years old. Okay, Fine is back. I'm kind of getting drunk too, okay. So, yeah, fine is back. Bucharest. Thank you. Right. Okay, some more bear story in Alaska? Sure. Yeah. The only species of bears I've seen out there in the wild is like black bear, okay? In J-Bear, J-Bear, okay? When I used to work as a computer programmer for the state government in Alaska, between 2015 and 2018, before I got lawyer job, okay? Yeah, working as a computer programmer for state of Alaska department agency, okay? Yeah, in the parking lot, yeah, I saw some black bears. They were nice to me. They were nice to me, okay? So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Okay. So, but some people have some negative experience with guns, okay? Gun violence. Okay, yeah, it has happened, of course, and it's still happening, unfortunately, okay? So, some trauma, gun violence, crimes, okay? So, they're against guns, personal level, politically, but religiously, not too much. Alcohol consumption, yeah, some religions prohibit alcohol, period, okay? When it comes to guns, do some religions actually prohibit responsible gun ownership? I have not read anything about that. Maybe there are some, I don't know. But pro-gun, anti-gun, that's more a political, ideological, or personal level, okay? Based on their experience, observation, or trauma. Some people are very strongly against guns, okay? I understand, okay? Just like some people are personally against alcohol based on trauma or religion, observation, whatever experience, okay, whatever. Yeah. So there's some similarity there between guns and alcohol, okay? Yeah, some people object to it based on personal reasons, trauma, observation, experience, or some religious reasons. Some people are against alcohol or guns. I understand. Okay? I do. But in America, many families in America, yeah, gun safety education, like parents taking their minor children to gun range, shooting range, or hunting trip. Okay? Yeah. That's American tradition. Okay? Maybe not just in America, maybe in Europe too, some other countries. Asia, well, Asia, they don't do that. Asia, Far East Asia, okay. They don't not go hunting trip with guns. Maybe in Russia, okay. But in Asia, hunting with guns, that's not Asian thing at all. No. Hunting in like what? China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan, Far East Asia. Hunting trip, well, that's, did they used to hunt? Yeah. How did they hunt? I think they trapping, wild games. But hunting with guns, Far East Asia, that's not heard of. Well, okay, it's very rare. Hunting with guns in Far East Asia, like China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan. No, not, that's very rare occasions, okay? That's more Western tradition, okay? Hunting with guns, wild games. Far East Asia, typically they don't do that. They do not, okay? Wild games, yeah, typical trapping, okay? Typically, okay? So Far East Asia, hunting is not that big. Fishing is that big, okay? But hunting, that's not that big. Far East Asia, okay? Yeah, hunting with guns, yeah, the more Western tradition, okay? But okay, in America or some other countries too, okay? Yeah, gun safety lessons from parents to their minor children, okay? Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay? When I learned about guns in U.S. Army, I was 31 years old, 2009. I was born in 1978, okay? Fort Benning, Georgia, okay? Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. They're live bullets, okay? So there's just some degree of trust. Drill sergeants, Fort Benning, Georgia, 2009. They were mean to us, okay? They were like making fun of us. That's by design. It's about discipline, okay? Kind of drill sergeants bullying upon us to strengthen our spirit. Basic combat training, U.S. Army, Fort Benning, Georgia, 2009, okay? It was nice, yeah. Yelling us, yelling at us with no reasons when we did not do anything wrong. It's part of the training. That's good. Hmm? So basic for basic combat training, Fort Benning, Georgia, U.S. Army. Okay, We have to gun range, okay? Yeah, first time for me and for some American soldiers, student soldiers, okay? Some other student soldiers, yeah, they went to gun range with their parents, okay? But me, experience with gun whatsoever, okay? And I love drill sergeants, okay? They're cool, they're great sense of humor, okay? But yeah, they were mean to us, student soldiers, basic combat training, Army boot camp, US Army, okay? 2009. Yeah, drill sergeants were mean to us, some, yeah, yelling at us, okay? But they trusted us with live bullets, with AR-15, M16, right? Assault rifle. We went to gun range together. We handled with AR-15. With it's not blank bullets, live bullets. Five, fifth, well, 5.56, something like that. 5.57 caliber. Yeah, real bullet. Okay, but they trusted us. Although they were mean to us, no incident happened. Okay, just paper target. The degree of trust. Nice between student soldiers and drill sergeants, U.S. Army, Fort Benning, Georgia, 2009. I remember. I think that's very nice. I think that's very beautiful. Even back then, 2009, all boys school. Okay, we appreciate females. We do. We are gender egalitarians in human knowledge school. Okay, but back then it was all boys school. Fort Benning, Georgia. Okay, I read that. Yeah, it became co-ed. That's fine. Okay, but back then it was all boys school. Okay, so we appreciate both genders. Okay, we do in human school. Okay, but back then it was all boys school. Okay, so yeah. So the drill sergeants trusted us with live bullets in AR-15, M16 assault rifle when we went to gun range together. Because drill sergeants, they're nice to us too. Great sense of humor. They will tell us stories when they deploy to foreign wars. We love them, drill sergeants, okay? Yeah. As student soldiers. Yeah, so there's this bonding between us guys. We're like straight people, okay, but kind of brotherhood, okay. Yeah, although yeah, drill sergeants for disciplinary reasons, they were mean to us by design, yelling at us like shark attack. It's in YouTube videos, U.S. Army boot camp, basic combat training. Drill sergeants yelling at us for no reasons, okay. It's nice, okay. Yeah, but it's part of education, discipline, to be a stronger person, okay. Yeah, so it was nice. So, U.S. Army basic combat training 2009 when we went out to pepper target. Well, yeah, gun range. To me, first time using a gun. Yeah, we did our job. Yeah, earplug. Okay, eye shield. Yeah, so shooting the pepper target, plastic target to certify as a soldier. Okay, who know how to shoot a gun. Okay, no incident happened. It was fun. Okay. Hmm. Now time check. We have like 30 minutes left. I guess, yeah, we have 30 minutes left. Okay, yeah. 5 minutes break for call rest. I'm kind of getting drunk. Okay, yeah, story time. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Human Rights Show. Human Rights Show, okay? 5 minutes, thank you. Right. Okay, I'm cooking my lunch now, okay? In the microwave, just boiling the water with the carrot chips, okay? I'm gonna put some ramen noodle in there, okay? So later on. Yeah, gun safety lessons, okay, that I learned from US Army, 2009. Yeah, AR-15 assault rifle, okay, 5.56, live bullet, yeah, low ready, okay, it's a big rifle like this, okay, low ready, okay, because if it if the rifle gone, long gone, accidentally go off, it will be underground, earth, so that it can absorb the shock impact, okay. Yeah, low ready, okay. Yeah. Do not point at the sky because live bullet, when it goes up, it comes down, it can cause some property damage or injury. Okay, it's not safe. Okay, low ready. Okay, point the gun on the ground. Low ready. Okay. Yeah, concept lesson in U.S. Army basic combat training. Kind of 90, 45-degree angle, low ready. Okay. Yeah, with this like ribbon strap. Okay, around our shoulder, neck. Okay, low ready. Okay, so point it downward. Okay, like 45-degree angle, diagonal. Okay. Okay. Concept lesson. Okay. Yeah. U.S. Army. Okay. How about alcohol education? Well, I grew up in South Korea. I was born in America, 1978. Okay. That's how I got citizenship, America. Okay. But I grew up in South Korea. Okay. Drinking education, South Asia. Okay. Also other countries too. Okay. Yeah. Maybe in Russia, vodka or France, wine. Okay. Sure. Table wine. Okay. Yeah. In France. But in South Korea, my experience, okay, yeah, drinking education, South Asia, like China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan, okay. Yeah, we learn from, yeah, well, back then it's kind of conservative. Back then, uh, it's, yeah, some females, like my paternal grandmother, she did drink alcohol only like once or twice a year, okay, in like New Year's Day or Thanksgiving Day, Korean version, okay. New Year's Day, like 새해, New Year. Okay? Thanksgiving Day, autumn season. That's like 추석, harvest season. Okay? So my paternal grandmother, my father's mother, okay, she drank like about once or twice a year, okay, because in South Korea, traditionally, yeah, it's mostly guys, males who drink alcohol, okay? But, okay, okay. So my paternal grandmother, my father's mother, she drank like once or twice a year, just a little bit, okay? Yeah. She's a very cool lady, okay? I was very close to her, okay? My father's mother, paternal grandmother, okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But typically, like traditionally, South Korea, yeah, mostly guys who drink alcohol, okay? So drinking education in South Asia is mostly like males. Again, we are not genderist, okay? We appreciate both genders, males and females, okay? In human school. But my experience back in the days in South Korea, 1980s, 1990s, okay? It's mostly males who drink alcohol, okay? Mhm. So drinking education from father to son, mostly, South Asia, 1980s, 1990s, okay? Quite equivalent to gun education in America, okay? Yeah, in America, they parents teach their minor children to use gun guns safely in shooting range or hunting trip. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay. In South Asia, including South Korea, yeah, father back in the days, 1980s, 1990s. Okay. Fathers teaching their sons how to drink safely. Alcohol education. South Asia tradition. Okay. There are two things. South Asia alcohol education from father to son back in the days, okay? Yeah, drink slowly. Do not one shot. Oh, don't do that, okay? Drink slowly, like I do. That I learned from my father, okay? Great sentiment, okay? Drink slowly. When did I learn how to drink alcohol from my father? Maybe I was teenager, minor, okay? Maybe 13, middle school. Yeah, that's legitimate. That's not illegal. People under 18, even in America, okay, yeah, they're allowed to drink alcoholic beverages in their parents' house. drinking education, okay? Even in America, yeah, they allow that, okay? Even under 18 minor children, yeah, they can drink alcoholic beverages with their parents in their parents' house. That's allowed, okay? I'm a lawyer, okay, so I know that, okay? Other countries, similar laws, okay? Yeah. Drinking education, okay? In America, yeah, parents taking their minor children to shooting range, that's legitimate, legal, okay? In some states, okay? In America, okay? So back in the days, South Korea, 1980s, 1990s, okay? Yeah, when I was like early teen, like maybe 13 years old, okay? Yeah, my father told me, okay? I ate my own stuff too, okay? Like, exact, I'm paraphrasing, okay? Yeah, yeah, drinks very slowly. One shot, no, drink slowly. Control your drinking, alcohol, okay? Drink slowly. And when you are drunk, behave nicely. No drunken rage, okay? Yeah, no like, oh, I'm drunk, I can do whatever. No, be in control, self-control when you are drunk. So first, drink slowly, safely, okay? Yeah. No one shot like that. Oh, no, no, that, no. Drink slowly. Take time. Enjoy it. There's no rush. Enjoy the weekend. Saturday. Like today, okay? And when you're drunk, okay, lesson number one, drink slowly, safely, okay? Take time. No one shot like that. Oh, no. Drink slowly. Lesson number one. Lesson number two, when you're drunk, behave. Be in control. Self-control, okay? When you are intoxicated with alcohol in your system, in your brain, behave, be nice. Do not be violent. Do not be abusive. Self-control, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Get a grip of yourself when you are drunk, intoxicated. Your brain is kind of alcoholized, but do not be intoxicated. I'm adding my own stuff as a human artist, okay? Is lesson number one, drink alcohol slowly. Lesson number two, when you are drunk, behave nicely. If you want to cook it. Yeah, like be nice. Do not be abusive when you are drunk. Lesson number one, drink slowly, safely. Like I do. In my house, I'm not driving anywhere. I'm in my house. Saturday, weekend, okay? But when I'm drunk, lesson number two, yeah, be nice. Behave nice. When I'm drunk, lesson number two, when I'm intoxicated with alcohol, alcoholic brain, yeah, still self-control. Yeah, let's do my hair. Okay, yeah, just be nice. Yeah, control yourself when you are drunk with alcohol, intoxication, alcoholic brain, but still control your brain, your behavior. Be nice to other people. Well, yeah. And do not drink and drive. Yeah. My health stuff. I'm 47. I'm losing my health. Yes, it's really bothering me. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I have to say. Okay, yeah, just like drinking education in 5 stage. Well, time check. Yeah, 10 minutes left. Okay, we take 5 minutes break. It's for chorus. Okay, so 5 minutes break. Thank you. Oh, yeah, 5 minutes break for chorus. Okay, now time check. How much minutes do we have? We'll wrap it up real quick, okay? If time comes wrong, okay? No problem, it's Saturday, okay? So, uh, we got like 10 minutes left, okay? So, look, so drinking education, 5 stage, yeah, okay? So, yeah, in human school, drink slowly, not one shot. Don't do that, okay? Drink slowly, okay? That's number one. That's number two. When you're drunk, behave, be in control of the situation, like my intoxication, okay? Yeah, do not say any bad words, do not misbehave, just go to bed. That's what I do, okay? Yeah. Okay. So that's my interpretation of my father's lesson, drinking education, when I was like 13 years old, something like that, okay? Yeah, just drink slowly, and when you're drunk, be in control of yourself. Do not misbehave, okay? Behave right, okay? So I learned that lesson from my father in South Korea back in 1990s. When I was in like middle school, early teen, something, maybe 13 years old, something like that, okay? They were like very, very good lesson there, okay? Not so in South Korea, in China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan, or in France, in Europe, or maybe in Russia. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so the kind of countries who do practice education of alcohol, responsible alcoholic beverage consumption. Just like in America, like yeah, responsible gun ownership education to minors. Okay, yeah, I did learn that in South Korea about responsible alcoholic beverage consumption when I was like early teen, like 13 years old, middle school. Okay, that was like back in the early 1990s in South Korea. Okay, but that happens in maybe in France, in Europe, maybe in Russia, maybe in America, some countries that allow that education about safe, responsible consumption of alcohol, like beverage. I read about it, so I know about it. Okay, but that's what I have to say. Okay, I see that. Okay, yeah, I can barely open my eyes. Okay, I'm kind of drunk. Okay, what I'm gonna do next after this show? Yeah, watch some YouTube videos, have some food, microwave ramen noodles, and after that, yeah, take a nap. It's Saturday. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, see you later. Okay, thank you. Because you might school, okay? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, okay. Thank you. And I see you later too, okay? Yeah, thank you. I sorry apologize about this hair malfunction. Yeah, it's weekend, okay. Yeah. See you later. Okay. Thank you.